When we are harvesting.
You can eat it raw.
Raw, yeah.
I feel joy. Let's go. Okay. I don't have
enough. 2 days, you see it red, brown, but it will not to sell. And we are CEO of the Meteorado Farms. You can see the national president, Favored Farmers Community Empowerment Trust, coming all the way from Abuja, is to see how he can partner with this gentleman, Meteorado Farms, to see how he can assist him to take this effort to the next level. Kola Oladipo, the CEO of Meteorado Farms, Ara in Iba, Ifelodun local government of Osun State. It's going to be being in farming because we have arable ones, we have the cashew ones. The arable is the other side where we have cashew, cocoa and plantain. But this is cash crop that is on yearly basis. And we've been on cassava for almost 5 or 6 years here. Only this year we went into potato farms, and it seems it's giving us some encouragement than we had the experience we had with cassava farming. No. Even the one we applied for through NISA and CBN loan that we've applied for, we have been interviewed. Up to now, we are still in suspense. They are telling us, you will see SMS today, you see. So sometimes you wonder, the government is trying, the government will telling people they are trying to encourage farming. But the processing is too bogus and too cumbersome for an average farmer. Even we that had the access to call the bank manager and ask him how far, we have problem. Talk less of those who doesn't even have any access to the bank manager for NISA. So there has been a kind of promise, and to me, until the government do otherwise, they are not encouraging farming to the grassroots. We only see it in the newspaper and in their propaganda or advertisements. So we've not gotten one kobo from any source. It has been so funded. What I did here, many of our people are not really into farming. And by the time I started this, I've encouraged a lot of them. Like my son too read Greek, and it's like he even pushed me into this. I think you understand. Yes. But now I think I'm even better off, more organized than those boys. Though I encourage them and still encourage some of my. But I think you met my junior brother yesterday. He's into farming too, but that one is in Ikirun. So it has been like that. I encourage a lot of them, but as for me, I've not gotten anything from anybody. But I know with time, if they see us going to farm, some of them are not expecting us to be in the farm. But seeing us going to farm, they are encouraged. So I believe some of them just little push to let them realize how beautiful farming is. If we are talking in terms of money now, it's not yet. Because sometimes if you think of the input into farming, you'll be discouraged when times come for harvest. But with kind of perseverance, and if you are well focused, that at the end of the day, if you roll over in a year or two, definitely you make money. But if you are expecting too much too soon, you may not be a good farmer. From Mosadep, that's Osun State Agri Development. They have their standard, and it's DITA species that we planted, that's cassava. But on potato, we have the white, and recently we've just planted the wine one. That's the red type. We bought the ropes from the Debujesha. It's another government farm. And we bought a bundle of the stem of the something for 250 naira per bundle, and we are using up to 50 bundles. Yes, if I'm not mistaken, we are using up to 50 bundles on 1 acre. So it's about 50,000 we are spending on 1 or 2 acres. 2 acres, sorry. The most reason why
the president of Favored Farmers Community Empowerment Trust, Ambassador JT Yakubu.
Having him around is
yes, he is here personally
the chemicals and some other things that will come inside,
in fact,
the insecticide, the fertilizers and some other things that they have been given to other farmers before. I think we too should.
I think that is why he's here. The national president, Favored Farmers Community Empowerment Trust. What really prompts you to leave Abuja and come all the way to Osun State to this farm to do?
My purpose of visiting Osun State, we have a lot of members in Osun State that are members of Favored Farmers Community Empowerment Trust, and we are here purposely in order to empower them with herbicides and to encourage them and to go around and see what actually they are doing. Because we Favored Farmers Community Empowerment Trust, we believe in output. We don't believe in this computer farming, drawing a map, say that we go to the actual farm, and that is why I am in Otumba Farms this morning to see what actually he is doing so that we can encourage him by empowering him. As you can see, the effort he has made as an individual, if we can partner and come together, we will achieve a lot. Seeing this area that is yet to cultivate, now with our effort now, he will expand the farm and then use of area. So we are here so that we can empower him with inputs, with some tools and some financial assistance as well to boost the farming. One of the things that make me, and I'm very happy, we want to encourage the people of Osun State to do what we call cluster farming, and particularly we have received an order to make a supply to community, US community, which they needed about 100,000 metric tons of sweet potatoes. And in view of this, now that he has already been in it, and we can see he has even planted, he has uprooted the other one, and he has planted a new one. We will now encourage him, and we want to look into how he can do 3 times season farming, and to see how if a borehole can be sited here, yes, and they will continue a kind of irrigation to boost up so that we can meet up this. And we are here to encourage the community to make sure that they embark in farming as a business, not as only to farm for their own food alone. And that is why we are here. And today at the Ikiru Palace, we will distribute farm input to the people of Osun State and other states that are very closer. And that is why this morning we make a trip to this farm to actually see it on ground. Because we Favored Farmers, we don't believe on you tell us we didn't visit the farms and we just give you input. Because a lot of some political farmers, they will say they are farmers. When you give them input, they divide it for another things, sell it. An input that we cost 1,000 naira. They will just go and sell it even 200 naira, and then they go their own way. So since we are fighting to see how we sustain the food security in the nation, and as you are aware, many people are saying there's going to be hunger, there's going to be this, all this, because of pandemic and all that. And we farmers, we have taken our steps to make sure that we all adequate support to encourage them to make sure that there is food security in the country, nation. And that is why we are here. Honestly, when Otumba was telling me that he has farm, I said, let me come and catch his line. But when I reach here, it amazed me that what we even plan to do, we will do more, because we know that yes, he has actually putting things on ground, and with the effort he has made, it amazed me and I was surprised. You know, in the north, it is very simple to clear a land, but here you need to cut all these big trees, as you can see. In fact, preparation of a land here, if in the north you will do 100 hectares, but a person here can never be able to do 10 hectares because of the tedious of the forest, of the bush. You need to take a serious time to clear here. You see, like in the north, if we go to a place like is this, we call that one, it's not going area for now, because nobody will waste his time. So I am so impressed to see with all this, he's able to clear up to this vast land. We tell them to make sure that they improve in their own on their own system of farming. They should also come together to have a large farm together, so that they can cultivate it together and make a cluster, make a unit, and then so that they can now expand. And they should take farming very serious as a business, not as as just for feeding alone. No, definitely we are not Father Christmas, but the one we are going to give her today, we still call it a palliatives. We still call it a way of assisting the federal government and the state government whatsoever they are doing to farmers. So we give it to our members and other people, so that they can actually go and boost farming.